It's that one on the back here, because you'll see it when you open up the card. And then the first contrasting color was the red one, and I did that on each of the outer triangles, like around the middle one, which is that one that we only needed 4 of the triangles. So now to create the centerpiece, I basically treated it like a 6x6 card. So I used the Magic Book, and the Magic Book is a how-to card book that you can get from Close to My Heart, and I used the the pattern called Keep It Level in the Wishes book, and it's on page 107. And so what I did is I took the topiary cardstock 6x6, and I created the card first before I adhered it down, because I wanted to put the embroidery stitching on it, which I'll just zoom in on. So that's using our new, there you go. That's using our new ruler that has the holes in it to create the marks for the stitches for the embroidery floss to go through. And then what I did is I created that middle kind of pop-up section. So how I did that was I used the Cricut, our new Cricut cartridge from Close to My Heart called Art Philosophy, and this is called square number 3. So I cut the white paper, white daisy paper at 3 inches, and I cut the sky blue paper at 3.5 inches, and I popped this up onto the sky blue, and then I stamped the Santa stamp and colored it in with a water brush using our ink pad, and then I just trimmed it out right close to the image and just put it on with glue dots. So the other thing I did, which is quite unique, is I used a tag in the back, which is like a hidden tag. So in order to do that, what you want to do is when you go to like put the pop-up squares on the back of these Cricut images, you want to figure out where you want your tag to be. So in my case, I wanted the Cricut images to go straight up and down, and I wanted the tag to come out to the side. So I just, put it loosely there, and then I turned it over, and then I just made sure that my foam squares were around that edge so that this would be able to slide in and out in between. But then the foam edge at the end made it so that it didn't go all the way down. So that's just one tip that you can try when you're making your card if you like that idea. The only other thing I would mention is I did think when I was making this card that it might be nice if you had like a contrasting color in the 4 corners. There's quite a bit of red on this card, so you do have the option. For instance, on the back of this pattern paper is the stripe paper, so you could actually turn it over and then use that side if you just want to have a different look. And the reason why that's kind of nice is when you have the card closed, you're going to have like a lot of red showing, but in this case then you'd have a bit of a contrasting color. So that's just one tip. So now, in order to make the bracket that goes around it, what you're going to need is a 2 1/4 by 12 inch piece of cardstock. I used Holiday Red from Close to My Heart, and then the middle strip is 2 inches by 12 inches, and I just put it down with Tombow. And then you're also going to need another strip, which is 2 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then the middle strip again is 2 inches by 6 1/4. So in order to make the band, what you want to do is I adhered the pattern paper down first, and then I just turned it over into my score pal, and I scored it at 2 inches, and then 2.5 inches, and then 8 3/4 inches, and 9 1/4 inches. And so what you end up being left with is the ability to, when you fold your paper on the score marks, this is 1/2 inch deep, and you kind of need about that much, like at least 1/2 inch deep, because the card is so big when it's folded, so you're going to need something to go on it. So what you do with this is you just you just fold it at your score lines, and then you take your 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 and just put it on the back, and it fits exactly, because this section is 6 1/4 wide, and then you just adhere it down. And then what I did is I just took some of our sweet leaf ribbon and tied it around the outside, but it's meant to just slide off versus undoing the bow and opening up that way. So that is hopefully what you need to get started and make your own napkin folding card. I wish you all the best, and I hope you have fun. It was a lot of fun for me making this card, and there's so many things that you can do with it, including like putting maybe a gift card where your tag is, which is a nice idea for people because it's like something that they get to open. So anyways, thank you for joining me at this tutorial, and I wish you all the best in making your own creations. Until next time, thanks. Bye-bye.